The most frightful thing you'll ever see in Union is traffic. That is the one thing you'll be afraid of. And when it comes to all these things, hold on, I'm going to turn on a light because it was sunny out here, now it's cloudy, so hold on, I'll be right back. I tell you, Lola, in these places, we ain't moving there. As much as nice that house is, but fuck that, we ain't living there. You know? Don't give me that look. We ain't moving into a place where they say a clown appears. Fuck that. We ain't going in near those places. Fuck, if you include a fucking clown, forget that. So, sorry about that. I'm here. So, anyway. I don't know if anyone heard the private conversation that me and my co-hosts were having. So, the Jefferson Barracks and Cemetery. Why does it always have to be a cemetery? Like, I give you a fun fact about myself. I once lived by a cemetery. And as a kid, when you hear about the cemetery, you immediately think Night of the Living Dead. But no, it's recently, like, the cemetery one day got vandalized by a bunch of fucking Eureka trash. Who thought the best way to get a football rival teams going is destroy a cemetery. And I remember, like, a lot of my family got upset because my grandmother was buried in that cemetery, and my grandfather too, but everyone in the family hated him because he was an abusive piece of shit. But I know it's not nice to speak ill of the dead, but he was a bastard. So a lot of us kind of got freaked out and angry that her grave might have been vandalized because they spray painted it. They took sledgehammers and just smashed graves. They pushed over gravestones. Eureka people are just pieces of shit. Just, and luckily, thank God, the grave was perfectly fine. My grandfather's grave too. I have to apologize because I know I shouldn't speak ill of his death and stuff, but he just wasn't a very nice man. Let's just leave it at that. But we lived by this cemetery when I was a kid, and it just was so weird. And it's like nowadays when you... I wonder what the fuck they're barking at. I'll be right back. I'm back. My neighbors just got getting into a fight and stuff. Well, hopefully they Rocky Balboa and knock each other the fuck out. So, anyway, where was I? Is anyone here? So, sorry about the multiple interruptions, but at least you got to hear me and my co-host have a conversation private. So, the Jefferson Barracks and Cemetery, number 5. Sorry, I had to burp. There's many different eerie tales, ghostly going-ons, in the Jefferson Barracks Cemetery. Yep, I tell you one thing, I do not want to get buried when I die. I just want to be cremated. My ashes poured into ink that print money, so I'll be everywhere. So, nah, I'm just kidding. I just want to be cremated. My ashes, I don't care where you dump them. So, there is the tale of the little girl. Why is there always a little girl haunting places? First, we did Six Flags. The hauntings there, they say it's a little girl. Why is it always that? Why can't it just be? Who cares? I'll just read the story. Wanders along among the headstones. The poignant tale of 2 Civil War soldiers from opposing sides who appear at sundown and acknowledge one another with a sad little nod. So, It is as if in death they come to understand the pointlessness of war. It can be a lesson not yet learned by the living. Over at the barracks, it is the post headquarters that sees the most activity. Lights go on and off by themselves. And there has even been a sighting of an officer in a 19th century uniform. Oh, that'd be cool to see. That'd be cool to see. So, Sorry, I've got a question. Is it the cousin who does the morning show radio? No, it's his brother who told me that one. So, yeah. That was the one, the morning show one, he's not big, he's a atheist. He doesn't really believe in anything, so he doesn't believe in ghosts and stuff. So I wouldn't say he's an atheist. He's more agnostic. He doesn't really, I don't know. He's one of those people who's like, I believe in spirituality, but I don't believe in anything. It's like, whatever, dude. Yeah. So, The Exorcist house. Oh, shit. That is a fucking creepy house. This one, you kind of know the story of it. It's kind of pointless to talk about it. I just rather have people look it up and read it for themselves. I don't really feel like talking about it, so. The Limp Mansion. This one always fascinated me. It is such a fascinating story. Sorry, I'm responding to something. The Limp Mansion is a very popular restaurant these days and is one of the most haunted places in St. Louis, host of regular murder mystery events. I always wanted to go to those, but I never got to. I one time was going to go to St. Louis Science Center because they were going to have the Sherlock Holmes exhibit where they would, you could walk into Sherlock Holmes' home in Baker Street, and at the same time you can solve a murder mystery and look for clues and stuff. I was so excited I was going to go there on my birthday. They had it like on my birthday and I was going to go. It's going to be early, I guess, early birthday, because I wanted to go because I'm like such a huge Sherlock Holmes fan and I love murder mysteries. But at the same fucking time as I was about to go, Ferguson happened. And Ferguson, you don't know. If Ferguson's pretty much what everyone knows what happened there. They blocked off the fucking highway where you couldn't enter into the St. Louis Science Center. They blocked off that fucking highway. I was so aggravated because I was so tired of protests and rallies and all these stupid shit. Because I was so annoyed with it because Ferguson, a couple days before, like, burnt to the ground. Like, they burned their whole place, their whole town to the ground. I was kind of pissed that they did that because they looted and all these stores and all that. I don't feel like talking about it because it's the past, and we gotta move on. But I was so aggravated that day, and I was just like, fuck. And I didn't get to go because, they were protesting, rioting, and all that nonstop. So I ended up going to a comic book store that day. So I just decided to go spend my money buying comic books instead of going to somewhere I really wanted to go. And that's what happened. So hopefully one day I could get to go to like a regular murder mystery event, because I'm sure if I went, I'd figure out who's the killer. It's just, anyway, murder mystery events, and is certainly not afraid to play up to its creepy reputation. I love that. They're not afraid to do that. However, paranormal experience here are more than just theatrics. In fact, the building is rated as one of the 10 most haunted buildings in the United States. My sister went in that place. My sister and brother-in-law, I think it was my sister's birthday, they decided to go to the Limp Mansion. They always go to these nice places. I never go to nice places because either I can't afford it or I'm just too damn lazy to go. One of the two. But I'm sure it's the second, because I'm not, I'm a very budgeted person, so I don't feel like spending money on places to go to. But it's the second. I am too damn lazy to go. I just don't feel like getting up and like, It'd be like if I was ever in the Star Wars universe, I wouldn't make it as a one of those stormtroopers, because I just chasing the Luke or whatever they go with now. I would just lift my helmet up and just take a deep breath. I fucking hate the Empire. We're all gonna die, I know it, but I fucking hate the Empire. So, let's see. There has been highly volume of suicides and other deaths in the house, most certainly around the Limp family, and its spirits of these people who are haunting